Hey everybody, welcome back to the Steve Dave Double Shot movie review video series here on YouTube. I'm Steve.
And I'm Dave.
And today we got two flicks for you. We got 1986's Big Trouble in Little China. John Carpenter, Kurt Russell double hitter for you. They teamed up again.
Big Trouble.
And horror master, if you will, Wes Craven's 2010 effort, My Soul to Take. Let's kick it off with a little Big Trouble.
Can be horrible.
Yeah.
But yeah,
sometimes.
Kick it off, Steve.
Kick it off a little Big Trouble in Little China. This flick, I got a little backstory on. He's got the Blu-ray now, and I still got the lowly DVD.
I still own my DVD.
Yeah. I know when we bought our DVDs, though.
We bought them together.
New Year's Day 2008.
Like a couple of douches.
We went to Walmart, and I think we had some Chinese food, too, ironically. And I think we found a $5 bin.
A $5 bin, and we were like, how the fuck? This is the deal of the fucking decade.
Yeah, New Year's Day 2008. Damn, babe, do we spend every New Year's Day together?
Pretty much.
Probably.
Pretty much.
But anyway, I first saw this movie, I vividly remember the summer I turned 7, and that would be 1989. I was at a day camp in Columbia, South Carolina, and my mother, my parents would drop me off there, and we watched movies all the time, and it's like room with no lights, and no TV. We also watched The Fly, believe it or not. They showed the
Cronenberg?
Fly, yeah, to the bunch of little kids, to children. And this movie also, because I remember specifically the ceremony scene where there were the neon skulls and shit, and the flying.
You must wait till he is flashed.
Yeah, I remember.
Then it'll be too late.
I remember seeing that specifically in '89, and I'm sure it was a VHS, because what else would it be? But yeah, I've always loved this flick, and I finally bought it a couple years back. And what do you say about Big Trouble in Little China?
I remember the same thing. I was a kid. We were at Video City, USA, and this is the one thing I don't like about the Blu-ray. Side note is it doesn't have the original Drew Struzan poster.
Really good
That's what I saw that when I was a kid. And I liked Kurt Russell when I was a kid. I didn't even know who he was, but I liked him because I'd seen his other stuff. But I couldn't be like, oh, Kurt Russell. And I was like, that poster's awesome. So I got it, took it home, watched it, and for the 3 days we had it rented, I watched it over and fucking over, made my mom tape it off HBO. And I've carried on my love for this movie on into adulthood. So yeah, it was the same thing. One day camp where they showed me the fucking Fly.
Yeah.
It was fucked up. But anyway, it's a good movie. It's about a truck driver named Jack Burton. And
Kurt Russell,
Pork Chop Express rolling into San Francisco. And
Kurt Russell doing his best John Wayne, I guess you could say.
Yeah, well, he said that in like an interview that when he does Escape from New York, when he's Snake Plissken, he's doing his Man with No Name impression, his Eastwood impression.
Oh.
And he says when he's Jack Burton, it's John Wayne. And like he even said, it's not a method thing, it's more of maybe a nod.
A homage.
Not even like really that far. It's just kind of a nod of I'm just going to do my impression of this, and that is fucking awesome because Jack Burton is such a likable chotch.
He's a likable chotch, and the best thing about him is he is the hero and the comic relief at the same time.
But he
Movies don't do
originally
that.
wasn't supposed to be the hero of the movie. Wang Chi was the hero of the movie, and when the test audience saw it, they didn't like that, so they went back at the beginning and set that little. There's at the very beginning of the movie, after you'll see there's a character named Egg Shin who's having a meeting with a lawyer. And he's like, "You leave Jack Burton alone." They went back. That was a reshoot to set up Jack Burton as the hero. But what it really was he wasn't really supposed to be a sidekick or anything. It was just supposed to be like a buddy cop.
Yeah.
Lethal Weapon, Murtaugh and Riggs, Wang and Burton. And but anyway, it begins. He's a truck driver, rolls into town, catches up with his buddy Wang. They do some gambling. Wang owes him some money, tries to give him the slip, and he's like, by going to pick up his girlfriend at the airport, he's not a fool.
No.
It's Jack Burton.
Jack Burton.
Yeah. So he takes him to the airport. He's like, we'll go pick your girl up. And she gets kidnapped. Well,
by some thugs.
So they chase after the thugs, lo and behold.
Of death?
Like any times, the Lords of Death. Any time you chase any thugs, you go into an alleyway and find a Chinese funeral.
Yeah.
I mean, shit happens.
Happens every day.
And then next thing you know, the rival gang comes in to fight them. They're in the mix of it.
Shit's popping off.
as expected, like what would happen on any regular Wednesday, 3 Chinese gods come down to kill everyone.
San Francisco for you.
Fucking it happened to me twice
Yeah.
out there. And and that's where the adventure begins. And this movie is literally, you know, you always hear action-packed thrill ride. This cool thing about this movie, it starts, it doesn't
It don't stop.
It doesn't
It's
fucking
kicking ass the
stop.
whole way through.
The whole way through. And
It kicks ass and it's funny.
as hell, because Jack Burton, he's a braggart. He's got a mouth.
He's talking
but
some
he's
shit.
he's dumb enough to back it up.
Yeah.
And he can't back it up. But Wang Chi, luckily, is a little ass kicker.
Yeah, he's
and,
got the muscle.
it's really cool because they go into the lair of the bad guy, then they escape, then they go back in.
They go back in
again.
to get the girls.
And it's
Well,
an
basically,
amazing fucking movie.
not Shang Tsung.
Who?
Who's the Lord guy, the Emperor?
Oh, David Lopan?
Lopan.
Yeah.
He has a curse upon him, and he needs a Chinese girl with green eyes to
He has
marry
to
him.
marry one to appease the god, and then sacrifice her to appease the emperor.
Yeah.
So therefore, he gets his flesh back, but then somehow can then be immortal yet flesh at the same time.
Right.
Because right now he's a demon suspended. It's a great fucking.
Great. Did you got to see this movie to believe it. It's pretty 80s, but
That's what's awesome.
that's why it's awesome. Yes.
It's timeless in itself.
A lot of practical effects, which are awesome. A lot of creatures, which are really cool looking. There's a big, I don't know what you'd call it, hairy.
the wild man.
Wild
I
thing.
think that's what they call
Then
it.
there's a little thing with eyeballs all over it.
That thing always creeped me the fuck out when
Yeah.
I was a kid.
But yeah, it's a thrill ride, and like the sets are really cool, and the action's just great. I love the guy with the lightning, which of course
Raiden.
Raiden basically.
I think he is Lord Raiden, and they took
they
that
stole
for
it for the game.
for
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. 4 or 5 years later, they used it for that.
Yeah. I don't
It's
know what else to say. It's
got
just
every
awesome.
fucking thing. The only thing it doesn't have in it is boobs.
No boobs.
If they just had one woman walk by, and then you'd be like, this movie has every single thing. And I don't even care if boobs are in a movie or not. I'm just saying, then it would have
But
everything.
instead of boobs, it does have a really hot young Kim Cattrall who
She was a fucking hottie.
she went on to be in Sex and the City. I still think she's hot, but young Kim Cattrall's double thumbs up. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, how many stars you give old Big Trouble in Little
Yes.
China? I think this is a unanimous 5-star.
Fucking ain't right. This is one of my all-time favorites.
You might be like, hey, you guys only review movies you like, but
No, go back and watch our other stuff. We review stuff we hate.
we
but
switch it up every now and
We're
then.
usually, our only problem is we're usually too generous. But that was a New Year's Day. Remember I said, go back on all those shitty movies, change those stars to shit balls.
Shit balls.
Yeah, golden balls of shit or some shit.
But
like
this
that.
is a quality flick.
This
totally.
is quality. And the thing is anytime you see it's John Carpenter or Kurt Russell, you can't go wrong. That's like Scorsese and De Niro.
Yeah, it's a winner every time.
It's a winner every fucking time.
It's like hot chocolate.
The
Everyone's
thing-
a winner.
The Thing, I mean,
Thing. Escape from New York, LA.
yeah,
You can't lose.
when it's Carpenter and Russell,
Yeah.
nah, you're gonna be entertained. And if either of you, for some reason, see this, I don't know why you would, make another fucking movie.
Yeah, make another one.
So,
Carpenter, what are you doing?
Yeah. It could be like, watch Snake Plissken jerk off on a cookie. I'd be like,
Escape from Detroit. They wouldn't
Escape from
Even, they
Detroit.
wouldn't even have to build sets. They could just go there and film.
You just go there and do it. It wouldn't even have to be set in the future. It could be a prequel.
Yeah,
It
shit.
could happen now.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. All right, here's to Big Trouble in Little China.
Jack Burton. Hey America, world, YouTube viewers, people who are still hanging with us. We're back with 2010's My Soul to Take, directed by none other than...
Wes Craven.
Well, this is Wes Craven's, would you say it's a throwback? Send-off? What?
So it's got a pretty 80s feel to it. Yet it's still obviously in modern times.
But this is his new slasher
His new
movie.
slasher.
Well, Scream's out right now, which you don't have to pay
We
money
won't
to
talk
see.
about that.
But anyway, this was his slasher movie, and basically it takes place, it has all the gobbledygook, all the ingredients. It's like, it has the urban legend, which it begins with how it happened. It has some form of a ghost type thing. You know, it's got everything, and then it has boom, boom, boom. So many years later, a new batch of kids have come up, and they know about the urban legend. They know about their town's dirty little past, and because of that, they've made a ritual.
There's a thing every year about it.
Yeah, they've made a ritual.
They have an annual
like
ritual.
like a lot of slasher movies do. And the thing all these kids have in common is there was a murderer who killed all these people on one
Schizophrenic.
night. Yes.
7 souls within him.
And it took, split personality. They can't make up their mind. And basically it took a lot of fucking bullets to take him down. And these 7 kids were born that night.
And his 7 souls went into the 7 kids?
That's what the kids believe.
Yeah.
What they say. But anyway, the 7 kids make a ritual of it and they celebrate it. And it just so happens one of those kids is his son. Oh my god. The plot, it's like...
It takes a lot of suspension of disbelief.
Well, most these movies do.
Well, the best thing about
Big
this...
Trouble in Little China. I mean, come on.
The best thing about this movie, though, is that usually when you're watching one of these new horror movies, it's actors who are our age playing teenagers in high school.
When I turn 16, pops, I can't get my license.
In this movie, the kids are kids. They look just like kids in high school. Because when you're older, it's like you see kids in school, like, oh,
you feel kind of bad for wanting to fuck the girls.
Yeah. But that's pretty cool, and the kid actors are pretty convincing, especially the one who has it tough, I guess you would say.
Yeah. I mean, all the kids, and it had the classic main character who's kind of a loser, but his best friend who's a bigger loser.
Yeah.
Slasher movies always have, but they were good. They were pretty likable.
Yeah.
And I gotta give this. None of the kids were too attractive. Like,
Right.
I mean, they weren't ugly, but they looked like fucking kids, and they didn't dress like they just stepped out of an Abercrombie and Fitch ad.
They didn't look like models.
Yeah, they look like fucking kids who I would pass in public and hate, because I hate teenagers.
Fuck the teenagers.
Yeah, fuck you kids. But don't worry, you'll grow up.
You'll be our age one day. Don't worry, it's coming.
You'll hate teenagers too.
Uh-huh.
But I do like it. Had I wouldn't say they were plot twists, but he did do a good setup of some characters who were set up as A characters, the ones who will make it to the end. They don't. There are characters you're like, oh, that's going to be the heroine or the hero, and they get the fucking axe. I don't know. I liked it compared to most of the new stuff I see.
Oh yeah, it's a lot.
We're
better.
pretty hard on new stuff. I might buy it out of a bargain bin.
It's worth $5.
Yeah, it's worth $5.
But it had pretty good atmosphere. It has a good unsettling, like, oh fuck, atmosphere to it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good watch if you're a horror movie guy or a horror movie person or whatever. You probably already seen it. But
I remember hearing about it coming out, but he watched it and was like, "Man, you gotta see it." So I was like, "Oh,
yeah, it's a recommender because of it was a good throwback or homage or whatever to. You could tell Wes Craven wanted to make a real slasher movie, and I'll give him props, he did, because it was like every slasher movie ever. Thin on plot, heavy on legend, and body count. So I think I might not like it so much because I just tend to naturally be standoffish to horror movies made after the year 2000.
It was faceless as fuck.
I like that.
It was different.
I like that where you start slashers having a face, which is always a mask or a glove or a machete. I hope it spawns a new circuit of slasher movies. I hope some directors see that, take note from it, and go, hey, I will find some balls.
And the hatchets and laid to rests aren't not much to gawk about, other than the effects.
Yeah, hatchets. I don't like hatchets.
The effects are worthy, but other than that, it's kind of
the story to them and everything.
laid to rest is.
But anyway,
The effects are good.
what do you give my soul to take?
2.5 stars?
I give 2.5. 2.5, but I'd give it on effort 4 stars.
Yeah, but here's to my soul to take.